Rebuttal to the term sovereign citizen, part 6. So in this video, we're going to be breaking down whether the people have to listen to so-called law enforcement. Quick disclaimer, before I go any further, this video is not to encourage people to be belligerent towards police or anything anti-police. So use your discretion, please. Book reference. Now let's look at the hierarchy of authority. At the top, you have God, which is the supreme ruler. He creates man and delegates authority to man. See Genesis chapter 1, verse 28. Man receives his authority from God, creates government, and grants government powers. See the Constitution and Article 1, Section 1, the powers granted to Congress. Also see the Declaration of Independence. The government, which is created by man, creates subjects, citizens, and persons subject to his jurisdiction. See Act of Congress 1871 and the 14th Amendment, Section 1. Persons, citizens, and residents are subject to corporate statutes, rules, policies, and acts of Congress. They are granted privileges, aka civil rights. The derivative power cannot be greater than the original from which it is derived. Now, based off that power structure alone, the answer to the question of whether the people have to listen to law enforcement was answered. But let's read a little bit further and go over some common sense questions. Question number 6. If you have a child, is that child subordinate to you, or does he or she have supremacy over you? Question number 7. Likewise, if public servants are elected by the people, why do the people let the servants tell them what to do and make laws for them to follow? Would you let your child make the rules in your household for you to follow? Question 8. Does the employer ask the employee for a raise, or is it the employee who gets compensation and a raise from the employer? Question 9. If the taxes of the people pay the salaries of the public servants and officials, who has the real power? Sovereignty, case law. Sovereignty itself is, of course, not subject to law, for it is the author and source of law. But in our system, while sovereign powers are delegated to the agencies of government, sovereignty itself remains with the people, by whom and for whom all government exists and acts. And the law is the definition and limitation of power. Critical thinking time. So if the people are sovereign, why would they give up their sovereignty to hire public officials to make laws to tell them what to do? Would any reasonable person hire somebody to tell them what to do? Strictly speaking, in our Republican form of government, the absolute sovereignty of the nation is in the people of the nation, and the residuary sovereignty of each state, not granted to any of its public functionaries, is in the people of the state. The people, or sovereign, are not bound by general words and statutes, restrictive of prerogative rights, title, or interests, unless expressly named. But again, it's up to you to decide who you want to listen to. Stay tuned for part 7. Like and comment. Let me know what your thoughts are. Peace.